Hey, it's the Ultimate Handyman. Today I want to show you how to install a washer and dryer. First, I'm going to show you where the washing machine and dryer connect to the house. So your house might vary slightly from my setup, but most are the same. So right here we have our drain pipe, followed by our hot and our cold water supply valves. There's going to be a 110 outlet. You'll plug your washing machine into that. If you have an electric dryer, you're going to be plugging it into this 220 outlet. For gas dryers, you're going to be connecting a gas line from your dryer to this gas pipe that sticks out of the wall and the vent for the dryer exhaust. So now I want to show you the components on the back of a washing machine. So we've got our drain pipe that goes in our drain, and we have a 110 plug that powers the washing machine, and we have our hot and cold water supply lines. So this gas dryer I'm installing has a 110 power supply cable. We've got a 4-inch vent pipe that vents all the heat out of the dryer. We've got our gas supply connection, and we have a water connection for if your dryer has a steam setting on it. So the first thing we're going to do is connect our hoses to our washing machine. I bought this pack at Home Depot. And if you have a steam setting on your dryer, you're going to need this extra kit for a steam dryer installation. So the first thing I'm going to connect is the cold water supply line. Make sure that the rubber seal is installed on the end. Sometimes they fall out, and that'll cause a big mess. It'll just leak everywhere. Now we're going to put this on hand tight to start, and then we're going to come back with a pair of pliers and just snug it up. You don't want to over tighten this because you could crush that seal down to where it doesn't seal and it'll leak, or you can break that plastic fitting on the washing machine, and then you're in big trouble if you do that. So we're going to repeat the same step for the hot water side. And I just wanted to mention too that these lines are actually color coded. The cold has the blue lines and the hot has the red lines on it. So now we're going to install our drain pipe into the drain. Then we're going to connect our hot and cold water supply lines. Mine are actually color coded, but if yours aren't color coded, usually the hot water supply line is on the left and the cold is going to be on the right. Now once you get everything hand tight, snug them down with a pair of pliers. The last step for the washing machine is just to plug it in, and after that you can push it against the wall. Come on, Blake, use your muscles. Use your muscles, Blake. All right, good job. That's good. I'll help you do the rest. Now, if you have a dryer with a steam setting on it, you're going to need to connect a cold water supply line to it. So we have a short water supply line with our Y fitting and our long supply line. So the first thing we'll do is disconnect our cold supply. We're going to take our short water supply line and connect it to our Y fitting, just hand tight for now. We're going to connect our short water supply line and Y fitting to our cold valve. The supply line from the washing machine will then connect to one side of the Y connector. Next, I'm going to connect my supply line for the dryer to the Y connector. Make sure that the 90-degree angle side is going to be connected to the dryer. Next, you can connect the supply line to the dryer, hand tight at first, then snug all the fittings down with a pair of pliers just to make sure they're snug. Don't over tighten. Now it's time to connect the gas line to the dryer. My gas pipe coming out of the wall has a cap on it for safety, and I'm going to be removing the cap. To remove the cap, I use a crescent wrench and a pair of pliers holding the valve in place. You want to make sure you have something holding the other side so that the valve doesn't unscrew if the cap is put on too tight. So the gas line I bought was from Home Depot. It comes with a bunch of different fittings because every house has different applications. If you don't have the right fitting, the kit should have it in there. So now I'm going to connect the gas line to the gas valve coming out of the wall. Now the fittings used here are called flare fittings, and they do not require any sealant or Teflon tape. So now I'm going to tighten the gas line. You want to make sure that you're holding the valve and pipe in place so that it doesn't move when you're snugging it down. And then we're just going to take a wrench or a crescent wrench and just make it nice and snug so it doesn't leak. So once you get your supply line bent in the right shape, you can hand tighten it onto the fitting, and then you're just going to repeat the same steps you did on the other side. You're going to grab the fitting on the dryer with the pair of pliers so that it doesn't spin, and you're going to snug it down. Next, I turn the gas on and I'm checking for gas leaks using this gas leak detector. The supply line actually came with a little vial of the solution, but you can buy a gas leak detector at Home Depot. It comes in these little bottles and it's a blue color. I'll flash a little picture on the screen for you. So I like to spray this on all the connections in that area just to make sure that there's no leaks. And if the gas leak detector doesn't bubble, if you don't see little bubbles forming, then there's no leaks. But I'm going to show you what that looks like when it does leak. So if you see bubbles like this forming after you put on your gas leak detector, you definitely have a leak and you need to retighten up your fitting. Now for good measure, I like to perform a sniff test. If it smells like rotten eggs, you got a gas leak. And we're going to talk ducting for the dryer. They've got the flex foil ducting. That's kind of used for like a standard application. It all depends on the way your house is laid out. We've got this aluminum ducting that you can kind of bend into any shape, and you can actually stretch it out pretty far to make different lengths of pipe. You've got this close quarters fitting. I'm actually going to be using one of those and one of the aluminum flexible ducting. And we're just going to connect those together using a hose clamp and some foil tape. Now I'm going to connect the close quarter ducting to the dryer using a hose clamp. Now we can take the other end of our duct and connect it to the outdoor vent that leads outside of the house. And we're going to connect that with a hose clamp and some foil tape. So the final thing to do is to test your washing machine and dryer to make sure everything works, and that is how simple it is to install a washer and dryer. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, can you please do me a favor and like this video? Don't forget to share it and subscribe. I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you the next project. And oh yeah, don't forget to check out my other videos right here.